Welcome back, movie fans. Today we're diving into a chilling tale where vengeance doesn't end with death. It begins there. Dark secrets, haunting shadows, and a ghost seeking revenge. This is a story where no one can escape the past. Let's begin the story. A girl's life is changed by a ghost who enters her world. At first she wants to get rid of him, but as the story goes on, shocking secrets are revealed. The film starts with a group of thugs trying to kill a man, but he fights back. After beating them all one by one, he thinks no one is left, sits down quietly, and someone shoots him from behind, killing him. His body is taken away, the place is cleaned, and all evidence is erased. The bullet that killed him, a skull-shaped one, is left behind and ends up in the city on the streets. A college girl named Fumika is shown working part-time at a restaurant, but really wants to be an influencer. She meets a social media star named Kataima to talk about becoming a content creator like him. Kataima brushes her off, telling her to get drunk. Fumika refuses to drink, she just wants to achieve her goal. Kataima keeps drinking heavily and ignores her. After drinking all night at a bar, they leave in the morning. Kataima talked nonsense all night, and the meeting was useless for Fumika. She wants to kick Kataima and leave him, but doesn't. On her way home, Fumika falls down some stairs and sees a bullet-shaped skull in front of her. She picks it up and looks at it. For a moment, she sees visions of the gun that fired the bullet. She quickly composes herself, puts the skull in her purse, and heads home. Outside her apartment, her friend Maho is waiting and says she can't go to her own house today. Fumika sees a bruise on Maho's face and asks why she doesn't break up with her boyfriend. They enter the apartment. Suddenly, Fumika sees a bloody man standing by the door and is shocked. Maho asks what's wrong. Fumika says there's a man, but Maho looks and sees no one, asking what she's talking about. Fumika insists the man is covered in blood. Maho thinks Fumika is drunk or high. Fumika throws something at the man, but it passes through him. Seeing this, she screams loudly. Maho gets scared too and tries to calm her down. When the man vanishes, Fumika breathes a sigh of relief. Maho gets a message and says she has to leave, but tells Fumika to see a doctor before going. As Fumika closes the apartment door and turns around, the same man's voice asks if it was okay to let Maho go. Fumika freezes in fear and says he ran away. She opens the door to escape, but as she stumbles, the man grabs her hand to stop her fall. She falls anyway because when he touched her, the ghost entered her body. Amazingly, they can talk to each other. They are also controlling the same body. Fumika yells for the ghost to get out of her body. The ghost says he's new to being a ghost and doesn't know how it works. Fumika repeats that she doesn't care and demands he leave her body. The ghost says, "Okay, that's enough for now." He leaves her body. Fumika thinks the ghost is gone and thanks God she's alive. But then he appears again, saying, entering someone's body wasn't as fun as he thought. Fumika screams that he's still here and runs away. While running, she thinks about calling the police. But as she goes down the stairs, the ghost appears in front of her again. Whenever she moves more than 15 meters away, the ghost teleports in front of her. She runs again and sees Maho in an alley. Maho's boyfriend is demanding money and trying to hurt her. Fumika confronts him, telling him to stay out of their business. He starts dragging Maho away, and she goes quietly. The ghost appears and asks Fumika if she wants to punish him. Fumika is scared but runs away again. The ghost says if she wants power, she should hold his hand. Fumika refuses, not wanting him to control her body again. The ghost points out Maho's bruise, asking if she wants to help her friend. Fumika sees Maho's boyfriend mistreating her again. Seeing this, she agrees to the ghost. When she holds his hand, the ghost enters her body. As Maho's boyfriend is about to hit her, Fumika grabs his hand. She spins him around and punches him hard. She keeps threatening to kill him, but in the next move, she slips and falls to the ground. The ghost leaves her body. Maho's boyfriend gets up and attacks Fumika, trying to strangle her. The ghost tells her to hold his hand, but she can't reach it despite trying. Maho hits her boyfriend on the head with a stone, saving Fumika's life. They help each other and head home. The ghost sees the boyfriend and tells Fumika to check if he's alive, saying who hits someone with a brick like that. Fumika doesn't respond, just stares at him. Maho asks if she can really see someone. Fumika says yes. The three go to a coffee shop where Fumika explains everything about the ghost. No one else can see, hear, or touch him. Maho says the fighting Fumika did was actually the ghost. Fumika confirms he can control her body. Fumika looks at her hand and yells at the ghost for what he did. She searches online for how to get rid of ghosts and starts pouring salt where he was sitting. Maho stops her and calms her down because others think she's crazy. The ghost says he helped her, and she's angry at him. Fumika tells him to leave. The ghost says it's not that simple, reminding her she picked up the bullet skull. He thinks it was the bullet that killed him. Fumika pulls the skull from her pocket, saying she didn't know it was from a gun. The ghost says he doesn't remember how he died, but maybe it was this bullet. That's why when Fumika picked it up, he became attached to her. Fumika is shocked to learn he was murdered. The ghost says his name is Kudo. Before he died, he was a hitman. Fumika is stunned. Kudo says he worked for an organization. Maybe a group from that organization killed him. Until he gets revenge for his death, he won't be free. Kudo says they should kill his killers together. Fumika, still in shock, refuses and leaves quickly. She tells Maho she has no interest in helping a hitman get revenge. She decides to ignore Kudo from now on. Kudo says it would have been better if she hadn't found the bullet, but a soldier would have. Fumika gives Maho an alarm. She says if Maho's boyfriend shows up again, call her and tell the police. Then she says goodbye and leaves. Fumika goes to a church, throws the bullet skull away, and asks God to remove Kudo. Kudo says he's no expert, but doesn't think it works like that. Fumika gets a message from Gadayama, who's with a boy named Narumi. She's excited. Kudo asks who Narumi is and why she's so happy. Fumika says he's a social media star with over 70,000 followers. Kudo sees Narumi's photo and says in shock that he's not a good person. Fumika asks how he knows, but Kudo has forgotten everything. Fumika ignores him and goes to the bar where Gatayama and Narumi are partying. She joins them for drinks. Soon she notices they're trying to touch her. Her head starts spinning. She says she feels sick and needs to go home. She pays at the counter and tries to leave. She can barely walk, realizing they spiked her drink. Gatayama and Narumi talk, saying they didn't expect the drugs to work so fast. Fumika stands up angrily and thanks Kudo. Kudo remembered and told her that Narumi and Gatayama drug girls to take advantage of them. He knows because he worked for an organization that made pills and saw them buying them many times. Fumika doesn't fully believe him, but won't take risks. She tells Kudo if it's true, she'll break their bones. Kudo asks how she'll do it. She says she'll let him enter her body. Kudo asks why he should help her. Fumika says she'll help him afterward. Kudo agrees. He thinks the bartender and staff are involved too. When the bartender spikes her drink, Kudo warns her. Fumika confronts them, saying she knows they drugged her drink and tells them to turn themselves into the police or else. They laugh, saying the police can't touch them. Fumika connects with Kudo and says it's too late for them to regret now. Gatayama mocks her. Fumika, possessed by Kudo, takes him out first like a professional fighter. She beats everyone one by one, making them suffer. During the fight, the bartender is killed. Fumika cries in fear. Kudo doesn't know how to calm her and says not to worry, he won't let her go to jail. He says they must kill everyone and erase the evidence. It's not wrong because they're bad people who ruined many girls' lives. To do this, they need to call someone from Kudo's organization. He's not good, but he'll get the job done. Kudo gives a number and Fumika calls a man telling him she knows Kudo and to come quickly. Soon a hitman named Kagera arrives and asks if Fumika is alone and where Kudo is. Fumika explains Kudo is a ghost. Only she can see. Kagera finds this amusing. He pulls out a knife and moves toward her. Kudo panics, saying he won't hesitate to kill her, and quickly enters her body. Kudo turns Kagera's knife on him, saying he still can't beat him. Kagera realizes only Kudo could do this. Fumika explains Kudo's words to Kagera. He gets to work putting the bodies in a car and leaving. On the way, Fumika asks Kagera about Kudo's death. Kagera says he doesn't know much, but the organization's owner died recently, and his son took over. The new owner started doing bad things, and Kudo didn't like it. Fumika asks if the owner killed Kudo. Kagera says he doesn't know. He takes them to the place where Kudo was killed. Kudo finds the place familiar. Kagera kills the bodies and finishes his work. He drops Fumika off at her apartment. Before leaving, he asks if Kudo really sees him. Fumika says yes. Kagera says never to meet again and leaves at her apartment. Fumika thanks Kudo, saying without him, she doesn't know what those people would have done to her. Kudo says he killed many people in his past life, but in this afterlife, helping people feels good. Fumika says to promise he'll be a hero like this in the afterlife. Kudo agrees. Fumika goes to sleep exhausted. Kudo's organization is shown. The new leader who started doing bad things is worried if Kudo is dead. Kagera arrives and says they need to talk about Kudo. The owner asks if Kudo called. Kagera says Kudo's ghost has possessed a college girl. The owner doesn't believe him but sends Hitman to find out. Kagera warns him not to send regular thugs as they won't survive. The owner laughs at this. Kagera looks at him with pity. Soon the hitmen reach Fumika's apartment. Kudo senses danger and wakes Fumika. Hearing their footsteps, he knows 4 people are coming. When the doorbell rings, Kudo tells Fumika to hold his hand. One of the 4 hitmen enters. Kudo, possessing Fumika, easily overpowers him and takes his gun, shooting the other 3. The hitman's leader sees bullet skulls in the apartment from outside. He goes in and sees his 4 friends injured. Looking down from the balcony, he sees the girl running. Fumika reaches the place where Kudo died. Kagera is already there. He says he told everyone about Fumika. Kudo gets furious. Fumika says her apartment is ruined because of him and he must fix it. When Kagera throws a gun at her, Kudo enters. Her body snatches the gun and tosses it away. They fight. Kagera tries to grab the gun and shoot, but Kudo takes it again and points it at him. Kudo remembers how he died. Kagera admits he killed Kudo. Kudo asks why. Kagera says when the new owner took over, they opposed him. But Kudo quit without telling anyone. That ended their rebellion. The new owner ordered Kudo's death and Kagera had to kill him or they wouldn't spare him. Kudo recalls when Kagera came to kill him, he gave him a chance to run. But Kudo was tired of his life and told Kagera to kill him. Kagera cries, saying he was tired of his life too. Meanwhile, the owner is furious that a normal girl outsmarted his professional fighters and escaped. His hitmen say she didn't seem normal and must have Kudo's soul. Kagera tells Fumika to leave the city as they won't let her live. Fumika says why not kill the owner to shut down the organization? Then neither she nor Kudo will be in danger and Kudo will be free. Kagera disagrees, saying it's too dangerous and Fumika could die. Fumika angrily says she'll do it herself, not caring if anyone helps. Her apartment was destroyed because of them, and she won't let the owner go. She takes Kudo and leaves. Soon, Kagera joins them in a car, saying if they're going to die, he's with them. They reach the organization's hideout. Kagera goes in first to scout the hitmen's locations. Fumika and Kudo go to the weapons warehouse. Kudo stays ahead, keeping Fumika alert since no one can see him, but he sees everyone. They reach the warehouse. They grab necessary weapons and signal Kagera, who joins them. Kudo enters Fumika's body and they attack the hitmen. A fierce shootout happens, killing almost all the hitmen. Only the owner remains. Kudo shoots both his legs, making him kneel. Fumika tells the owner she wants money for her apartment. The owner says, "What do you mean by an apartment? You ruined my entire empire." But Fumika did this to free Kudo. Kagera kills the owner. Fumika is happy it's over, but in pain as her body aches. She limps home and thanks Kudo for everything. She notices Kudo isn't behind her. Kagera asks what Kudo said. Fumika says maybe he's gone. Kagera is thrilled. He says he'll pay for her apartment, then they never meet again. Fumika thanks him and goes home. Days later, as Fumika passes the stairs, she sees the same bullet skull again. She smiles and puts it in her purse, thinking maybe Kudo will return. The film ends here. Thanks for watching.